Hey family, I'm Press Vibrant here. I'm just gonna wait for the group to fill up. Today's the pick a card. So today is Easter Sunday for many people. Hey, happy holidays, happy holidays, happy holidays. I know for many people it's Easter Sunday, and for those who don't subscribe to that, happy Sunday. Give thanks and praises for another day. Today's the pick a card reading. I was led to do it. I was like, ooh, got some new decks in. I was like, you know what? Now I've got my new decks. It's like, yeah, hey. So yeah, like I said, I was kind of drawn to do this pick a card today. Got some new decks in. And I'm like excitable, like, yeah, I got my new decks. So I want to do a pick a card. I wanted to do it from yesterday, but my cards weren't due to come in for today. So, hey, yes, Zaza. Hey, baby. Yeah, so like I said, I was going to do a pick a card. Yes, I know, it's Isaiah. Oh, yes, Isaiah, welcome. Hello, my sweetie. Thank you for joining me on my live. Oh, hey Isaiah. Hey everybody. Yeah, let me know who else is in here. Put something in the chat. Yeah, I just want the group to fill up a little bit so we can do our pick a card. If you saw the little preview video, we've got 4 decks. We've got deck A, deck B, deck C, and deck D. Yeah, kind of decided I didn't want to do like a 1 to 4. Let me go for the alphabet this time. So, anybody want to jump in? Let me know what letters jump out to you. A, B, C, or D. I'll do the general first, and then I'll do the love reading after I have completed A to D. So yeah, let me know. Welcome. Hello, it's Emmanuel. Oh wow! Hey Emmanuel. Hey, I seem to have my nephews in the live today. That's lovely. I'm with my little cousins and stuff. That's lovely. Hi guys. Oh, I like the interaction, guys. Right, so like I was saying, let's pick a card. We're going to do a general and a love reading. So take it as it resonates. What is drawing to you? It's letters from A to D. Okay, each deck. I have got into the meditation, vibrated on how I felt, asked for messages for the collective, and these are the messages that come out. So let me know what resonates. Let me know what letters come to you. So we have A. Okay. You know if that resonates with you. So that's deck A. Deck B. Deck C. And deck D. Okay. So it's going to see who else. Does anybody want to pick a letter from A to D? Kick off the reading. It's nice to have y'all here on there. Hey. Happy Easter Sunday, family. Happy Easter Sunday. And just happy Sunday. And we give thanks and praises for life. Okay. So with these general picker cards, the energy that I'm going to be focusing on is what the general energy is. So it's what's the overall energy. We have some cards for what is at the deep root of it. So that's why the energy is here. Then we have why this is happening. So a bit more in depth, we dive a little bit more into the why. And then we have what's crossing. So what is the challenge? What is the challenge today, for the next couple of days? Especially as we're still under the Libra full moon, a few things are coming to light. Like we said, if you followed my last video, the Libra full moon is a very illuminating moon, and it will be bringing up things that you maybe thought that you had dealt with previously. So yeah, take it as it resonates. Okay. Hey people, blessings, big Easter Sunday. Happy holidays, happy holidays, happy holidays. So we've got 4 people in the chat. Hey everybody, give me a letter from A to D, and we can kick off this reading. Pick a card, pick a card. What cards are we picking? We have from A to D. Yeah, this is the collective energy. So it's very, very general. It will only resonate with, as in it won't resonate with absolutely everybody, but this is a collective. So the energies that are tapping in from 4 different energies in the collective. C. Okay, all right, let's go for C. Thank you. All right, let's see what's going on for C. So in the overall energy, we have power. So at this moment, maybe you're feeling powerful, or there are ways for you to feel powerful in this particular time. Power is what we're going to have to use to stay level in the midst of this quarantine and having to stay indoors. Hi. May I get my first reading, please? Oh, of course. I'll leave some information down below. When I get this video posted, I'll put my information down to my Facebook page, and you can book with me. I'd love to connect with you. So so like I was saying, the energy of the collective for C is power. So maybe there's a need for power, a need to use your power in the right way, a need to gain power, talking your truth, setting your clear intentions, being very confident and steadfast in whatever it is that you're trying to attain. This talks about standing in your truth, standing in your power, and not allowing people to shift you from where it is that you actually stand. Okay. So that's the overall energy is power. So that is what you would need, and maybe the energy that you're riding with right now. Okay, so power is what we're attaining. Okay, and at the deep root of it, we have own your divine power. Replace codependent people pleasing and assertiveness with assertiveness and empowerment. Okay. So we have power again. So we know that these cards are coincided. So we're saying there's a need for power. Okay. There's a need to be assertive. Okay. So if that being the case, if there's a need for us to be assertive, a need for us to have power. So saying own your divine power. Release codependent people pleasing. That means you don't go above and beyond and out of your way to please people in this today or moving forward, okay? But instead be more assertive and move with empowerment. So we've got power, okay, being the first energy for C. If that was a deck that you chose. So we've got power. So there's a need for power and also a need to assert ourselves, okay? And then it says, own your divine power, replace codependent people pleasing. Okay, so that means we don't need to be always wanting for seeking for people's approval, because that's not standing in your own power. Standing in your own power is to be assertive, to make your own decisions, to stand, making sure that you know that you're making your own the right judgments for yourself. Okay, so divine your personal power, your divine power. Replace codependent people pleasing with assertiveness and empowerment. Okay, so there's a lot of power talk here. There's a lot of energy towards making sure you're feeling empowered, strong, not tailing behind anybody, not running and asking for what's the word for it? It's like asking for permission. Someone who stands in their power doesn't ask for permission to speak their truth or asks permission to move. They move, knowing that the what they've been asked to do or what they've been divinely led to do, they just have to do. Okay, so there's a need to step into your power. And when I'm asking divine, why is there a need to step into the power, and why do we need to own our divine power? What is it that we're not doing, or what is it that's going on around us that is causing us to need to be powerful? And then maybe a need to and maybe a need to show and prove who it is and who you are. My internet is messing up. It's losing a lot. It's losing. Okay. Yeah. Well, don't worry, you just take your time, drop in and drop out, okay? Take everything as it resonates, my darling. And like we were saying, don't be worrying about whether the internet's not right and the game's causing problems. You need not worry. Just step into your power, knowing that you can start all over again and be positive and confident in your convictions moving forward. Okay, so we have the High Priestess in reverse. The High Priestess talks about using your intuition, creativity. So when she's in reverse, it talks about maybe there could be some type of blockage. So maybe there's a blockage with not listening to your gut feeling, and maybe there is an issue of always wanting to people please and always are seeking for people's approval, when really what divine's asking you to do is look within. What is it that you really want to do? And not having to worry about how people are going to think about what you're doing, how you'll be perceived. Okay, so there's a need to look about what it is that you really want to do. Use your intuition, be creative in this time, stand in your power, show who you are, and never worry about failing, because failing gives you a chance to find a new route, find out a new way of being. Okay. Also, we have the Five of Cups in reverse. The Five of Cups talks about some type of loss or some type of heartbreak, something that's not gone right. And when it's in the reverse, it's talking about a need to look about what you actually do have, not being so worried about the cups that have spilled, but rather look at the cups that are still standing upright. That's all the opportunities to start again. That's all the opportunities to become stronger, brighter, and better for the next time, and for you to use your experiences from the past to aid you to move forward in the future. Okay. Then you have the Page of Pentacles. The Page of Pentacles talks about starting, about starting a brand new project. The fact that you've been working on something. Maybe you've been practicing something. Maybe you've been decided that you want to learn something brand new. This card tells me that there's a need to start something brand new and that you've been working on it. It's time to show the world what you have to offer. So then it goes back down to stepping into your divine power again, showing people what you have to offer, not being worried about the outcome, not being worried about how you're going to be perceived, and not worrying about people pleasing, or whether people are going to like the idea that you're going to do, or whether people are going to be on board with the project that you want to be on board with. Okay, so what divine is telling you to do is to stand in your divine power in this time, regardless of what projects it is that you want to do, or whatever it is that you want to do around the home, because Pentacles talks about projects, home, stability. Okay. So yeah, do take on board those opportunities and step in your divine power to do so, okay? And then you have the Eight of Cups in reverse. The Eight of Cups in reverse talks about not leaving a situation that you know is not fulfilling anymore. So this is a situation or situation, person, place, or thing that you know it's not working for you anymore. And you need to find another route. You need to find another way around it. If there's a situation that you find that is not fulfilling, you're not feeling supported, or you're not feeling like you're being stretched, or that you're learning anything more, then what you're asked to do in this particular time is to walk away from something that's not working. Don't just sit there, because what the Eight of Cups in reverse talks about is staying in a situation or doing something in the same way that's not working. So if something's not working, try another way, try another route. There's always other ways that you can attain what it is that you want, especially if it's to do with this project. If it's to do with this project, maybe there's a way that you've been doing a project that's not quite working. Are you reading right now? I am indeed. I am indeed. But I can do yours personally. I'll give you my information, okay? And that's Estefani. Hello there. So like I was saying, so with this energy, with the deck C, so there's a need to set about your projects, keep it moving, but there's a need to make sure that if something isn't working, to stop it and maybe find another route, okay? Because there's other ways to get to what it is that you want without staying in something that's not working, okay? Right. So the next thing is, what are the issues? Okay, what are the things that are standing in the way of progression? So the question I ask is, what's this crossed by? What are the challenges? What are the challenges possibly to why this person is staying somewhere that they know is not working, or staying with somebody, or being around, or doing a project, maybe a project that's not particularly working? So I was like, okay, what's crossing this? What are the challenges? And we have thoughts and the mature woman. So I'm going to start with thoughts. So there seems to be some type of old thought patterns that are excuse me, that are hindering you moving forward, you taking the leaps of faith in the new opportunities, whether that be a new business, whether that be a new job venture, whether that's a way of doing things differently, maybe a new regime, a new lifestyle, eating differently, whatever it is that you are trying to attain, and maybe even decorating your home, or redecorating, or moving things around. Okay, so it seems to be that there's a lot of thoughts that are causing issues, because I asked, what are the issues? What are we not moving away from? So there seems to be a lot of negative thoughts. So if there are a lot of negative thoughts surrounding your being right now, then you're being asked to try and find other ways to look at things, find a new perspective. Like I was saying, move away from this energy where you know that something isn't correct or isn't going well and you're not getting anything out of it. But maybe there are thoughts of, maybe I can't do this, maybe I'm not able to be all I can be without people. Maybe I need constant recognition, or I need some type of constant, oh really? I need some constant kind of validation. Hey, okay, so there's a need to step outside of that, okay? And then we also have the mature woman. So this could speak to a woman in your life. This could be someone who's present in your life, or maybe who has passed on, but when they passed on, they was a mature woman. So maybe this mature woman holds the key to some of the angst. Maybe this mature woman is what causes some of the negative thoughts. Maybe some of the things she says plays on the mind over and over. Or maybe this mature woman is maybe connected to this project or this work or this new way of being. Maybe this person gives you advice on how to move forward, but maybe the way that they give the advice could be a bit much, or could be negative, or maybe she's a positive force, and she's able to help you move away from this negative thought pattern. So if you do have a mature woman in your life who is giving you positive and constructive advice, the advice is to continue to move forward. Take advice where it's necessary, but the ultimate thing is to stand in your power. Okay, because like we said, the overall energy is power. So there's a need to stand in your power regarding business, home life, finances, projects. anything personal. This is personal power. And also the other card, again, we had own your divine power. So we've got power twice. So power is a very, very big theme here within this particular C, the group who picked C, okay? So there's a need to step into your power, okay, and not allow people to knock you off your course, to be creative and listen to your intuitions and not allow your mind to take you on a trip and not allow you to move away from things you know that's not working. Okay, so we're going to go into some advice and tell, well, basically what I said is what's supporting you, what is supporting this. I have to go and listen later. I love you. Oh, that's okay. Mwah. Take care, my sweetie. I'm glad it's resonating. Okay, so what is supporting you? So you have the rabbit spirit. Okay, and the rabbit spirit says it's now is a lucky time. Okay, so maybe you need to step into your power to make that movement, to show the world what it is that you have to offer with this, maybe a project, or maybe it might be doing things around the house. Time is now. So whether it's today, tomorrow, in the next week, now is a lucky time to make the movements, to show the world what you have to offer. And realistically, this is the greatest time to do things. We're all stuck in quarantine. We're in the lockdown, and realistically, this is the best time to make things happen. Okay, many people are at home and we're able to communicate quite freely, although we're not able to meet up in person, because we are trying to, reduce the spread of this virus, or we're not trying to get on anybody's nerves or upset anybody in this particular time. Now is a lucky time to make things move. Okay, so whether that's a project, doing something brand new, changing your room around, whatever it means to you to step into your power and make things move. Okay, and then the next one is lion spirit. Be generous of spirit. Okay, and this is you sharing of yourself. Be generous. Okay, be generous with the love that you share. Be generous with your energy. Be generous with your knowledge, sharing. Okay, be generous with your spirit. Okay, and this is connecting to source as well. Okay, connect more with source. Be generous with connecting to the Most High and being grateful and being thankful and being in full gratitude of what it is that we already have. Okay, so yes, lion spirit, be generous of spirit. Okay, and then we have your advice. Your advice is to have courage. Okay, advice is to have courage. So that is going back to like what we were saying, have courage in changing something, moving away from something that is not moving, that's not making you feel happy, that is not giving you enlightenment, that's not stretching you. Have the courage to stand in your divine power. Yeah. Stand in your power. Be courage, have courage in owning your divine power by releasing codependent people pleasing. Sometimes you have to have courage because maybe sometimes you feel like you need validation. You need someone to tell you that you're doing well or that you're on the right track, or someone rates what it is that you're going to do. But you have to have courage to step out on your own for the use of taking on these opportunities, like we have here with the Page of Pentacles, if I can find it again. Yeah. The Page of Pentacles talks about new projects, new ventures. Okay. Messages about prosperity. Okay, so that has been your message for Group C, and the overall message is power. Okay, step into your divine power. Release people pleasing for assertiveness and empowerment. Okay, blessings. Okay, so that was Group C. Okay. Is there any requests for the next pick a card? We have A, B, or D left. Okay, what's resonating? We have A, deck B, and deck D. Don't be shy, people. Do we have next? Does any of that resonate with anyone? Do let me know. I had one who said it does. We know this is very, very general, so this will resonate with a portion of people who were vibrating in that headspace, in that energy. Okay, so we've just done C. Anybody else? Anybody else? Anybody else? Another letter, A, B, or D. What's resonating? What's resonating? What's resonating? What's resonating with y'all? Hey. So we've just done group C. So we have group A, group B, or group D. What is calling out? Hey. Happy Sunday. Yes, happy Easter Sunday to everybody. So we have pick a card today. It's general first, and then we'll do a love reading at the end. So we have A, deck B, or deck D. So we've already done deck C. Pick a letter. Pick a letter. A letter. Pick a letter. Let's have a look, see. Let me know. Pick a letter. Hey. So I'm just going to wait for the request. So we've got A, deck A, have deck B, and deck D. The first one was deck C. Any other requests? Alright, so I'm going to carry on because what's calling me is deck A. Okay. Yeah, we've got deck A. Right. So let me know if anything resonates in the comments. Okay. Yeah. All right, so let me know if anything resonates. I'm going to go and do deck A, okay? So the overall energy is the crown chakra. The crown chakra is associated with the higher realms of spirituality. So this is our connection to the Most High, our spirit guides, our angels, and our ancestors. This is where we get our messages from. This is where we internalize that gut feeling. This is the intuitions. Okay, this is where we pay attention to our dreams and to where we're vibrating, what the meditation is. Yeah, so this is about connecting with source and spirit. So maybe at this particular time you're more focused on trying to stay level, not just pay attention to the worldly news, not just paying attention to what you're seeing with your own, with your physical eyes, but mainly looking at how things really are, how they're resonating for you spiritually, and how they're sitting with you in your being. How is it feeling? How are you feeling in your body right now? What messages are you getting when you're sleeping? What things are you vibrating on? What types of ideas are you having about advancing, moving forward spiritually, emotionally, and physically? Yeah, so in all the realms. So this is a very, very spiritual card, the crown chakra. Okay, the divine link between the physical and the spiritual realms. Okay. So there seems to be a need to connect with spirit, a need to connect with your higher self, okay, and really vibrate on what your dreams are telling you. You may be having ideas about how you can help the planet at this time, because we realize that when we come out of this quarantine, we've got to do things totally different, family. We've got to take care of the planet more better than we have done previously. Because the planet's flourishing with us being in our homes. It just shows us that we are the polluters of the planet, and we must be kind to Mother Nature. So if there's ideas that you have that you can do to help the planet, help how you do things in your house, a system of doing things, if dreams come to you or ideas come to you, these are from source, these are from divine, so don't shrug them, okay? So we have, so what's the deep root of it? The deep root of this crown chakra energy, this spiritual energy, is for the topaz, which is forgiveness heals. Time to release repressed anger as it's blocking your health and happiness. Okay, so that's forgiveness heals. Time to release repressed anger as it's blocking your health and your happiness. Okay, so maybe you are getting messages from divine about this situation that's irking you, that's making you feel quite uneasy. Maybe physically and maybe on the ego level, you don't want to deal with something, or you don't want to let go of this anger that's maybe repressed, that you're not actually showing. But you can feel it in your body, it's in your reefer, you can feel it around your aura. Okay, and it's a very spiritual class, so this is telling you that you need to be looking outside of what's going on physically. Look for the deeper answers, look for why things are happening. Why do you feel angry? What is it that has upset you and has hurt you, and why do you think it's really got you so upset that you can't let it go, that it's repressed, or maybe that you're pretending like you're okay but you're not, because source divine saying that in your spirit you need to pay attention to. So things aren't all well when we're holding on to repressed anger and holding on to these negative energies. It definitely affects our spiritual being, how we vibrate, how we receive messages. We actually block, and like it says here, time to release repressed anger as it's blocking your health and happiness. Yeah, and that's physical blockages, health, emotional blockages. Okay, so if that resonates, you're being asked to look outside of what you see with your physical eyes and ask the questions for your etherical body, for your spiritual body, because then that's where you know that your messages are coming from a higher place. It's not your lower self, it's not low vibrational. This is coming from your higher self and from your ancestors. Okay, so I'm asking, why is there a need for forgiveness, or why is forgiveness here? So we've got the moon, and the moon signifies dreams, intuition. So like I was saying with the crown chakra, this is the spirit realm. So this is where you're going to be getting a lot of your ideas. So pay attention to your dreams, what it is that you're dreaming of. Like I said, whether it be ideas, song lyrics, an idea for a project, an idea for a new way of doing something. And maybe you've been dreaming about what's been upsetting you. Yeah, I think maybe you've been dreaming about what's upsetting you, and you've been dreaming about what you'd like to say and what you would do in the event that maybe you saw somebody who was the person who upset you, or whether you are getting dreams from spirit and ideas, and you're being told to pay attention to your dreams, okay? And we have the Page of Swords. The Page of Swords talks about Page of Swords is mainly about talking. Hello from Brazil. Hey, hey, Carol. Okay, so the Page of Swords, we're talking about stepping into new realms of territory. This is where you are at the beginning of something. The pages are talking about something that's starting quite early. So maybe the dreams that you're having are the early stages of a plan and early stages of how to make a new project. And you're also being told to not be so worried about moving forward or what it is that you're seeing in your dream, not to be upset. May I ask? It's just general at the minute because this is just pick a card, but you can pick one that resonates with you. I'm currently doing group A. So we've done C, and then we have B and D left, and then we do have a love reading at the end. Okay. Yeah, so we have the moon, so maybe it might be paying close attention to what it is that we're dreaming, because we are getting ideas about new projects. But what we're being asked to do is not being worried about making movements forward, okay? And by being asked to take some time with the Hermit. The Hermit talks about time for introspection, having alone time, not taking too many ideas, and not taking too much advice from others. This is where you're trusting in your own intuition, your own instincts. You're testing your own knowledge and testing whether you can actually truly balance what's going on in your mind between the heart and mind, and come to the right decisions for yourself. So the Hermit, so there's probably a lot of introspection going on while everybody's been indoors, and there's probably been a lot of ideas and dreams that are coming up about possible projects and things. What you're being asked not to be so focused on what could possibly go wrong, or maybe even not jumping in too quickly to a situation. Okay, and they're saying forgiveness heals. So we know that there's some repressed anger that's going on, that's maybe been blocking some of these projects, but there's a need to be open to what spirit has to say with your crown chakra. This is your divine link to God, spirit, universe. Okay, so when I'm asking, okay, what are the challenges? What are the challenges? What's this crossed by? This energy of forgiveness heals. Okay, and the need to step into your crown chakra and heal that area, heal this connection. If your brain is so focused on what you're angry about, or the fact that you're holding so much, it takes a lot of energy to hold anger. Even when it's repressed, it's actually doing something physically to your body. Sometimes it makes people physically depressed. Sometimes it makes your stomach hurt. There's lots of physical things that can happen, and it's actually spiritual as well. So when I'm asking about what is it crossed by, what are the challenges, we have concern. Okay, this is concern here, and we have courtship. So maybe the need to forgive is something that came to light. Maybe whatever came to light came up in your dreams first. Maybe you knew something wasn't right, because courtship talks about something that's in its very early stages. This could be a relationship, this could be a business venture, this could be anything where two people can come together. Okay, so maybe the message of concern came in through the dream with this moon card. Maybe it was all in your intuition, or when you sat down and you was able to really look at what was going on. Maybe this concern came to light, or maybe somebody has brought this concern to you about something that started brand new. Maybe the way that you started something isn't the best way forward, and it's really angered you, and you didn't like the way somebody said that's not the way it's done, or they didn't agree with the way you wanted to move forward. Because courtship talks about relationships, and also talks about projects that are in its infancy, in its early stages. So there's some type of concern here. Okay, and for me it feels like concern about someone jumping into something too quickly. Maybe there was a concern about jumping into a situation, a relationship, or into a business venture without doing due diligence, as there's concern here and something that is quite brand new. Okay, so I asked, what is supporting you? And what's supporting you is the brown bear spirit. Take time out. So the energy of the brown bear talks about once you've gone through all of your emotional roller coaster, once you've gone through the situations that have led you to be upset or to be angry or to repress situations, they're asking you to take some time out. This is where you take time to reflect, sort of like the hermit. But this is more about rest than introspection, because you've already had time to reflect on what it is, or you will have time to reflect on what's hurt you, why this message of concern came in for you. Okay, so there's a need to take time out, rest, meditate, take some time out for introspection, take some time out for rest. Let's not think about anything too hard. Don't beat up your brain, people. Okay, things will come to light as and when it needs to come to light. Okay, but there's a need to take some time out. Okay, and you also have the armadillo spirit. Set healthy boundaries. You can't make this stuff up. I mean, the reading is talking about the effects that this repressed anger is having on your spiritual crown chakra, and the fact that it is having an effect. Yeah, it says it's blocking your health and your happiness, this repressed anger. Okay, and you're asked to take some time out. And then now the armadillo is saying set healthy boundaries. So this is where you're bold in your approach, where you realize that you don't want your spiritual being to be affected quite so much negatively by people's negative thoughts, their negative behavior, and most importantly, your own negative chatter. Okay, so we are having to be making sure that we set healthy boundaries so that we don't allow people to come into our space and change the equilibrium, take us off of our balance. Okay, ultimately. Okay, because we need for our crown chakra to be open so that we can receive messages from divine. Keep receiving these dreams, these ideas, this spiritual protection. Okay. And the advice is delight. Delight in what you have right now, delight in your family, delight in drawing breath, delight in the fact that it's bright outside if it's bright where you are. Delight in life, delight in what it is that you're learning. Okay. Delight in the fact that once you get through your healing and you let go of this anger that you're not letting go of, and you are able to heal, you'll delight in that, in the freeness of how your energy will feel. You'll delight in it. Okay, so delight in where you are right now, stay in the present. Okay, and you have trust in the process, trust in the fact that everybody will get what it is that they need to get. Karma will deal with people. Forgiveness heals. Let go of repressed anger as it is blocking your health and happiness. We don't want that. So we need to trust in the process, trust in spirit, knowing that everything is happening for our greater good. Trust ourselves to make the right decisions, trust ourselves to use our intuition, and trust in the messages and the guidance from spirit. Okay, trust in that, because we are always guided and protected, always, no matter how rough it may seem. Okay, so do take that as it resonates. Okay, so we have the last two cards for the general, and then we'll go on to the love reading, and you can pick from A to B, A to D again. So we have left deck B, okay, and then we have deck D, okay. Let me know what resonates in the comments, and also, yeah, pick a letter here for me, B or D. Hey PPLs, hey PPLs. Okay, so Eva, please pick deck. We have deck B or D. Okay, so we have either deck B or deck D. Anybody got a preference? Anybody got a preference? Okay, I'm gonna go for deck D. 1 second, let's make sure you're taking the first one around it. No, that's this one. Okay, so we're gonna go for deck D. Okay, and the overall energy for the collective today is the waiting game. This is a spiritual card. The waiting game talks about the seeds that you've sown, and you're waiting for the fruits. This is patience. This is trusting in divine source. This is trusting in time. This is not rushing. This is knowing that everything is going to happen in divine timing, that the messages that you get, the triumphs that you receive are all going to be happening just as and when it needs to happen. You're just being asked to be patient, trust in the process, knowing that you definitely will be reaping what you sow. Okay, this is a time where whatever it is that you whatever it is that you planted, or the intentions that you set are going to be coming to fruition soon enough. You're just being asked to pay attention to the process, trust in it, and to have have some patience. Okay, and this is a spiritual card, so this might be some type of outcome to a specific thing that you've been praying about, or a specific outcome. This is more speaking to what's not been said or what's not been done. So if you have been given a message from divine, or you asked a question to divine, and you're not quite understanding what you're getting, or you're not quite getting the message, you're being asked to have some patience in this time, as there your fruits are coming in. You've got the waiting game. This is where you've set the seeds. You're able, hey, mwah, hey auntie. This is where you've already set your seeds and set your intentions. So you're being asked to be patient in this time, and to allow the process to unfold. Trust in divine, trust in the Most High, that everything is happening in divine time, and so there's no need to rush. Okay, the waiting game. Okay. And hold on a second. Okay, and what is the overall energy? What is the root of this energy? The root of this energy is let yourself sparkle and shine. You are guided to be bold, and to show your bigger than life side to the world. Okay? So you're being guided at this time to not be worried, not being insecure about what it is that you have to offer. Show your gifts, show your talents. You're being asked to shine a light on the knowledge that you have. Shine a light on the new ways of doing things that are going to help the collective. In this time, we need to help each other, because we're going to have to move from a different place now. When we come out of this quarantine, we're going to have to deal with the planet a lot more gentle, deal with ourselves and each other a lot more gentle, because things don't seem like they're ever going to be the same again. So those of us who remember a time where it was different, got to think about the generation that are going to come in who may not know anything of what we know now or before this quarantine kicked off. So we're being asked to shine our light on what it is that we have to offer, whether that be in a way of knowledge, ways of doing things, your talents, your abilities, not to be insecure about that. Be bold. It's saying be bold and show your bigger than self life to the world. Okay, don't shrink in this time. This is not a time to shrink. It's a time to show that we're children of the Most High, and that we have everything that is necessary. Okay, so for those who picked group D, letter D, when I was asking about, okay, so we have the waiting game, what could we possibly be waiting on, or what is the angst around waiting? Okay, so I'm finding out what this energy is all about. So we have strength in reverse. So maybe there is a need to wait to start to feel empowered. Maybe there's a sense of feeling powerless, that you don't have the strength to make things change in this world right now. But we are told that we've already planted seeds, and that if we're going to be planting any, that we're to be patient. So in this time, I think it's about planning. So although we may not have the power and the strength to make decisions outside of deciding to leave the house to go and get a few groceries as and when we need to keep ourselves safe, to feel like we are not being controlled to the letter, where we are not even making any decisions for ourselves. Okay, so there's a lack of strength, a lack of power here in the collective. And maybe they're just asking for us to be a little bit patient in this and just plan. Plan. And in your feeling of lacking of strength, this is where you can then start to look about ways that you can shine, ways that you can connect with people, the way that you can share and build up this strength and build up the collective as to bring unity. Because many people are feeling this no strength, feeling like we're all boxed in. But if you have a way of connecting with people or sharing knowledge where you can diminish the fear that's going on, you can be constructive in what you're sending each other, you can positive affirmations, you can pray with one another. Okay, spend time really talking about things that are going to better each other, because it looks like this waiting game has a lot of us feeling like the strength in reverse. It's not the first energy. We're all feeling like in limbo. We're not sure what's going to happen. See this guy walking around in the wilderness. He's not sure when things are going to happen in this hourglass. And we're all waiting for quarantine to be over. And we're all just waiting around to hear what Boris and the rest of them and the Mafi say about when things are going to get lifted, or how long it's going to be. Okay, and then we've got the 10 of Wands in reverse. 10 of Wands in reverse talks about a situation where you feel like you maybe feel like you want to give up in despair. This is the energy that I'm picking up, and this is going along with this strength in reverse card. So there is an energy of those who are out there right now who are feeling like they just want to give up. They have nothing to input. They're just going to stay indoors. No one ain't going to go out even for any fresh air. They're not going to work out what they can do to better themselves. This is that, what's it all for? If we're all going to die anyway, if we're all going to catch corona, frig it. That's that type of energy, that giving up in despair. So there are those in the collective who they've given up on the fight to decide whether or not they are going to stand up and be counted in the collective, in this social construct. And then there are those of us who are still looking to stand up and do what's necessary to help, but then to also be mindful about using up your own brain that the Most High has given to you, and to be able to see through the smoke. Don't allow the fear to get you so much so that you're not able to make clear decisions. We have the Knight of Swords here, and the Knight of Swords talks about going towards something that you want, being very steadfast about what it is that you want. So there is an energy of knowing necessarily what you want to do and how you want to do it, and trailblazing, but it seems to be a lack of confidence here in doing so. So what's divine's telling me is that there is an energy of knowing exactly how you want to do it, but the confidence to make that happen is what's being lacked. So you're being asked to dig a little deeper, have some more confidence, show the world your larger than life self, come up with these ideas that you can do to help, because it's causing conflict. And when I was asking what the challenges are children and expectation. So within this time, there's a challenge around making sure the children are doing their just, if they're doing the right amount of work. There's a need, there's a worry around children being born around this time, I'm even feeling. Yeah, there's a real angst around whether or not you have the strength to make sure that you can keep your children safe. If you can have a baby in hospital and them to be safe, there's a nervousness around that. There's a nervousness around keeping your children safe. If they're going out, are they doing enough schoolwork? Am I doing everything that I'm doing to keep them safe? There's a real angst around children, and there's an expectation. And maybe the expectations is what's causing a lot of the angst as well. Because if you feel that there's something expected of you, there's more stress. And maybe it's the expectations from the children. Maybe the children are causing a lot of angst and problems in your equilibrium, causing you to feel like you're just going to give up, you ain't got time for it today. I'm just going to let things ride. But there's some type of energy connected to expectations and children. And it does really feel like a nervousness around giving birth in this time, or in the hospitals, or keeping our children safe. There's a real energy around that. And I also can feel another energy where there's an angst around what children expect you to be doing in this time, and the energy that they expect you to have, especially those of us who are still working and homeschooling and having to look after the house and whatever else you have to do. So maybe there's a challenge around what's expected of you, around being about how you parent, how you carry your child in this time, or give birth in this time, is what I'm feeling. Yeah. Okay. So when I asked Divine about this spread, and I said, okay, what are we supported by? So you're supported by the cat spirit, and the energy of the cat is to claim your independence. As you know, the cat's very, very much to themselves. Cats are considered as being bougie, stuck up, but they fend for themselves pretty much. They clean themselves. They take their time. They're very, very regal. So what you're being asked to do in this time is to claim your independence. Use your own mind. Don't be so nervous. Don't get into that stage where you feel like you're powerless, like you have no strength to move, to talk, to be, to make a difference. You're being called in this time, okay, to claim your independence. Okay, so take that as it resonates. Okay. And then you have spider spirit. Make your dreams real. Okay. So like I was saying about divine, the timing, the fruits that you already put in, the seeds that you are going to be sown, they will be come into fruition real soon, people, like real soon. You just need to make your dreams a reality, especially in this time when you can do anything over the internet. There's ways you can make money. There's ways that you can connect with people, build a group, create a community online where you empower one another. We're not just focused on all of the nerves and the angst and the worry. We are strengthening one another. We are getting out of this despair energy where we've given up and we just feel like, well, it's all over. Okay. And what we're being asked is to look about the wonders that we actually been able to see. There are wonders all around us, and even in the midst of this craziness, there is so much to be learned about yourself, so much to be learned about the children that are in your house, especially now that we have to spend so much more time with them. There are so much more wonders to be seen, so much more blessings, so much more of ourselves that we are able to use and to stretch and to utilize. Okay, so we are asked to look at all the wonders that are around us and to grasp them and to be grateful for all that is actually around us now. We're also being asked to watch about healing chaos. And this is where it goes back to where I was saying in this spread where you feel maybe powerless, this lacking of strength, this lack of confidence, this giving up in despair, the conflict of the expectation and the children. Healing this chaos. You're going to heal this chaos from taking time out, okay? Taking a breath, taking a breather, allowing yourself some space with that independent energy, okay? Claim your independence. That is going to help you to move away from this chaos energy. You heal chaos by taking care of yourself. If you don't take care of yourself, how are you going to take care of others? And that's how we're able to heal the chaos that's going on in our homes, whether it be with the children or the expectations that we are having on ourselves. Oh, thank you. Hey, Auntie. Okay, so this could be the expectations that we have on ourselves, okay, and that could be causing the chaos and the stress. But we're asked to have diligence in this time, okay, to diligently look at what it is that we're doing, how we're able to move forward, and how we're doing things. Are we moving from one thing to another and not completely completing one task? Staying diligent in one task and seeing it all the way through to the end. That's what we're being asked to do. We're asked to think outside of the box. What can we do in this time to elevate our energy, to keep ourselves level, to maybe even make some more money in this time, connect with each other on a different level, although we can't do it in the physical, we're able to connect online. Okay, so there's a diligence here, okay? There's a need to be diligent in everything that we're doing. Okay, so blessings. I hope that was for those who picked group D. That was the energy for that. Okay, and the last one that we have here is group B. Okay, so we're going to find out what the energy is for those in group B. Take the messages as they resonate. Okay, right. Okay, so for those in group B, those who picked B, let me know if they resonate with you. So this energy is the sacral chakra. So for those who picked group B, the sacral chakra is associated with creativity, sexuality, expression, and desires. So maybe within this time, there's a lot of creativeness going on. You're thinking of all the things that you want to do. Money just joined, but I love the way you're trying to stay positive. Thank you. But yeah, so there's a definite need to create something new. There's an energy of people creating, maybe drawing, painting, writing, formulating plans. There's even desire here. So there may be some people being able to relax themselves off of their significant other, as this is a very sensual card as well. It talks about sexuality, expression, desire, creativity. Okay, so there seems to be a lot of energy around that. So those who are creating, keep creating. It's affecting the universe in a positive way. For those who are feeling really quite low, we're able to change the vibration in the air. So do what you can, as small as you may think it is, do what you can, okay? Because this is a very, very much card about desire, expression, emotions, and creativity. Okay, so there's a lot of energy around that. So when I'm asking what's at the root of this sacral chakra, you have the clear quartz is a stone that could be helpful in this particular time. Um, and the message is let yourself free, feel all your emotions. Your entire rainbow spectrums of feelings is sending you an important message and guidance. So this is where we're talking about. So, oh, do I? No, give thanks. Somebody told me on the son of my daddy. Thank you, Auntie. No, I give thanks and praises for that there. Yeah, so let yourself feel all your emotions. Your entire rainbow spectrum of feelings is sending you an important message. So what is it? What messages that are you getting from your emotions right now? From your creative space? What are you creating? What are the types of art that you're creating? What are the types of music that you're singing? What are the types of energies that's coming out? Because there's a message that's being said, that's being sent to you through the things that you are creating, through the expressions, through the way that you are communicating with others. There's a guidance and a message in your creative stance, your sexuality, how you are engaging with one another at this particular time, especially if it's around expression and creativity. Okay, so there's a need to feel all of your emotions, put that into your art, whether it be art or some type of expression, because this will definitely help you. Okay, so when I'm asking why there's a need to feel all of your energy and to feel all of your emotions in this time and to stay true to your sacral chakra, and deal with all of your emotions. We have the Queen of Wands, and the Queen of Wands talks about a need to stay on course. She's she's a very good team player. She likes to get things done, although some people at times may call her quite cold. She's not necessarily cold, she just likes to get things done. Okay, so so we're being told that the energy that's going on is that we have to be, again, if we're going to be expressing ourselves and we're going to be able to let all of our emotions free, then we also need to be quite diligent. Like before, we had that diligent. They're overlapping some of these messages, which is quite nice. Yeah, so there's a need to stay on course with a project, working together with somebody, maybe online, working together cohesively. She works very well as a part of a team, but if this is also telling me what the issues are, this is like the why. The why is working with people, coming together. There's an issue around working together or expression. So you're called to work with people, okay? Come together. We've got the King of Cups. The King of Cups is all about togetherness and partnership again. So this is just confirms this coming together. So there has got to be something creative that you can be doing with somebody, whether they be in your home or not. There's some type of creative venture that can be done right now in this particular time. So just really start thinking about it, you know. Or maybe this whole host of emotions that needs to be felt is coming from this King of Cups. King of Cups is about partnerships and coming together. Maybe there's some energy around this King of Cups. Maybe that's the person who is spending time in quarantine and chill. What does that say? And then we also have the Nine of Cups, and the Nine of Cups talks about coming together. I need to want to be together with your family, uniting, being as one, coming together with your family. So maybe that is where the creativity needs to come in. Maybe people need to start doing more group chats, going on them little party apps, creating a group where you can do, like, even the other day, my cousin Karen, she set up this WhatsApp group called Quarantunes, and you had to sing the first part of a song on a voice note, and then somebody else had to catch it up where you left off and carried. Now that was a good little game. That's something that brought everybody together. that was creative. Yeah, small things like that that is going to change the energy and the vibration is going to be helpful. Okay. So then we also have what is the challenge? The challenge here is message and thief. So the challenge might be a message about something that has been taken or something that has been stolen or something that has been lost. The thief talks about, could be physical theft. It also can talk about something that is lost, deceit. So there's a message around some type of deception, some type of theft. And I'm even picking up that this theft energy could just be about people wanting to steal your peace, you know, steal your creativity, steal the, steal your joy, come with their messages of woe, come with their bad vibes and their, you know what I mean? them crosses. Yeah. But there's definitely something about a message. So there could be some type of message that's going to come in, and maybe it's about somebody who's stolen something, person, place, thing. Or this could be a message from somebody who is known to be a thief. Maybe they've got some type of message to give you. So take that as it resonates. So, what is supporting those who picked Group B? So, the energy that's supporting is ant spirit. Okay, time to collaborate. See, it's crazy. Well, when you do these things, yeah, when you do these readings, when you do your picker cards, sit down, have your meditation music on, you burn your incense, and you start asking the ancestors, right? So give me the energy for Group A, and then each card you take out, you don't look at them, you just put them flat. So when I'm seeing this card again about collaboration, and I'm like, right, that makes sense again. Because like I was saying about this creativity and this coming together with this Queen of Wands, she's about coming together, collaborations. She's about moving together in a project, moving something from one state of being to the next. So maybe somebody who you're going to be working with may have a different way of doing things, but we might also need to be a bit mindful that they might want to take your idea, or they might claim your idea. So do be diligent in how you express your ideas, and don't allow your ideas to be lost in translation, where you started the idea and then somebody added on to it, but then they've totally disregarded that you came up with the very first idea in the first place, and then they run with it and then they get the recognition. That's something what I'm hearing as well. But there is definitely a need to collaborate in this time. And surrender now. This is the moth spirit. Surrender to the new ways of doing things. Don't be stuck in your old ways, thinking that you want different outcomes by doing the exact same thing. It doesn't make any kind of sense. You have to change the way something is done. You have to change the way you think, the way you approach something, and you're being asked to surrender. Surrender control, surrender the negative thoughts, surrender the need to be at the forefront of everything. Allow divine to work for you, okay? And your advice is voyage. Voyage, this is talking about staying the course. This is emotions as well. We have water. So then we also have again, feel all the emotions, let yourself free and feel all the emotions. Surrender to the emotions, surrender to the goal, the journey. What is this energy showing you? What are you learning in this time? Okay. Keep moving through this journey, because this journey is showing you so much. Like they were saying, there's messages and guidance in what it is that you're going through. Start really deep in what it is that you're going through and what these emotions really are all about. Okay, because at the forefront of it all, you're being told that you've got protection. So even if you've got somebody who wants to come and teeth your ideas, or may teeth something from you, your partner, your friends, your money, or whatever it is, idea, you are being protected regardless. And maybe a message will come in for your protection. okay, that will support your family in coming together. There's a protection around all of your family. You need not worry. Trust in the journey with this voyage and trust in the emotions, because there is something in what you're feeling in your gut and in your intuition that is some type of message that you need to really focus on, okay? Because there's some type of guidance there, okay? So blessings. Okay, so that's the generals over. So blessings for taking part in the first part of the reading. When I get onto the love reading, if you're on it, stay with me, family, because we've got a love reading. We've got the same thing, A to C, but this is the love section. It's a direction section. Not really, not really, not really. Hold on. Trust me to start getting no behavior, no behavior, no behavior. Hey, you have to laugh in this time, because I tell you something, here. If you allow the dead vibes of people on this media and everything, listen, you'll be giving up in despair like that 10 of wands, mate, in reverse. What's it all about? What's the point? There's no point. Nah. Yeah? From your jaw breath, there's reason to keep moving and to keep changing stuff. So I'm all about it. I all got brave. I'm all online. I've got people looking at me. Yeah, usually I'm just on I don't really like people looking at me and this is it. Yeah. You have to get past them kind of fear-based business, Carl. If you are to elevate, you have to do things a little way different. Every man do their thing a little way different. A little way different. You get me? Wah, harmony. But you know what I mean? It's more or less, that's the energy that I'm going with. So we have group A, group B, group C, and group D. I think I'm gonna jump off and come back for the love reading. Use the restroom, as the Americans say, or the bathroom. And yeah, if you're glad to come back on the live, lovely to see you. Thank you for coming, and please like the page, please. And if you haven't subscribed, please do so. I could do with Bill, not the little page. But thank you so much. Blessings, guidance, and protection, family. Nothing but love.